Seneca Village was a community of African American, Irish, and German immigrants that existed in the 19th century in an area that was known as the Pre-Park area. It was roughly between 82nd and 89th Streets, between 7th and 8th Avenues in New York City. There were about 300 people that lived in the community, particularly towards the end and towards its demise. And we've been on this mission to find descendants to help tell this story.
Andrew Williams was one of a number of African Americans who were free, and in 1825, Andrew Williams purchased land in Seneca Village for $120, which was a lot of money then.
Andrew Williams was one of the early settlers of Seneca Village. He was there in the very beginning and he was there at the very end. He was a bootblack, he shined shoes for a living. Later he was a cartman, and he was someone that we were really, really interested in and really wanted to try to make connections.
I've been able to find 4 generations, and one of the descendants is Andrew Williams' great-great-great-great-granddaughter, the 4th great-granddaughter, Ariel Williams.
Cal Jones reached out, and I remember that first week of us connecting, we had so many calls and try to help him connect all these missing puzzle pieces and connect my entire family back to Seneca Village.
And she is like the family historian, and she gave me some understanding of everyone in the family. All the men were named Andrew Williams.
So the name Andrew Williams continually gets carried over throughout the entire family, and the only variation is the middle name changes. It's absolutely crazy that they all look alike, and the name is still carried out to this day, and my brother also being named Andrew Williams.
And the women had started with A rhyming and being as close to Andrew as possible, right down to Ariel. So it showed a lot of family pride. Andrew Williams was not a formally educated man, but he's a sharp man. You could see it in the moves that he made. He immediately protested about the takeover, first of all, but it seemed as though he felt his property was worth about $4,000.
As the records show, Andrew Williams was offered an amount for his space in Central Park to get him out, and he responded to that request with a counter stating, I should be at least given this much money. Unfortunately, that was not an agreement that was made, and they were actually given way less money and forced to leave the park.
So he did the protest, but of course it didn't matter, it didn't work. Then they took the property. He got paid $2,335 in April of '56, and by June of '56, he had purchased land in Newtown. So here's a man that he didn't waste any time.
Through kind of my studies and my understanding of the Williams family from all the research that I've done, we were very resourceful people. And with this new land, he was able to really start to invest in Andrew Williams II's education. He was the first one that was able to read and write, invest in other different things as well, and continue to be a property owner. And so after Andrew Williams II, Andrew Williams III was a very educated person, a musician as well, and actually traveled the world and attended what is now Columbia's music school today. And he had a son, they moved to California. My grandfather started a security business that my father worked with him on, and they're both in law enforcement, and we kind of grew up in California the rest of our lives.
What is really meaningful is to find a family in a time when it was very difficult for blacks to survive, let alone free. And to see someone who was taking care of a family working and saving his money and always showing a sense of family.
Being in the park where Andrew Williams' house was located was really a little bit overwhelming in a good way, and that so many people would be interested in learning more about my story and about my family and our involvement with Seneca Village and where we went after that and what happened after that.
What Seneca Village has put into focus for me is the importance of history.
History is just absolutely the center of everything that we do. It can have a profound effect on who we are as people.
Now I feel very connected to not only my father, but my family. I understand the pride behind my name and understand where I came from and the traits that I took from those people and why my father was the way he is and why I am the way I am today.
History is great. You have to know your history. You should know where you came from to know where you're going.